Hello, lords and ladies. Welcome back to Cartoon Hangout, the place to chill when I talk to you about cartoons. If you missed the previous Cartoon Hangout video, a card will appear, and you can click that, and you can go back and watch it. Anyways, today's video is my review of the mid-season premiere of Gravity Falls Season 2. I know that it's not the ideal first ongoing show review, considering I haven't covered Season 1 or the earlier episodes, but these reviews work best when you watch alongside me. So last we left off, the kids, Maple and Dipper, had discovered that their great uncle Stan's secret was a portal to another dimension that he was trying to open. Dipper initially believed it was for evil with a capital E and wanted to stop Stan. Even the United States government was after them. However, by the previous episode's end, it turns out that Stan was using the portal to return his long-lost twin back to the real world. In this episode, it's revealed early on that the Stan that we've all come to know over the last 2 seasons is actually Stanley, and not Stanford, the latter of which is the one who created the portal and, thanks to Stanley, had been thrown into it, lost for many years. Stanley, now going by Stanford, then created the Mystery Shack in order to finance his attempts to find the other journals needed to operate the portal and bring his twin brother home. Most of this episode is essentially a huge backstory for both Stanley and Stanford. Stanford was born with 6 fingers on each hand and was bullied for it, but luckily he always had his twin brother. They were always together and had plans to sail away and be treasure hunters. But because of Stanford's genius, he was set to go to a very prestigious university. That's until the jealous Stanley accidentally ruined his brother's science fair project, dooming him to a backup college. In fact, the name backup is in the college name. Stanley's parents, furious at the loss of potential millions, kicked Stanley out of the house, and he ended up becoming a traveling salesman, albeit a lying one. Stanford, on the other hand, worked hard and ended up getting a grant. He used that money to study the crazy shenanigans in Gravity Falls, which led to him building a portal to where all the creatures were coming from. And now we're back to the present. The agents have found their hiding spot behind the vending machine. Dipper remembers the memory eraser that they got in another episode. I'm not quite sure which one, but it was the crazy cult who made people forget things. So they use this memory eraser. I'm sure it has a more official name, but I just don't remember what it was. They broadcast it essentially on the agents' radio waves and make them forget everything. Then Stanford comes in, pretends to be another government agent, and sends them all back, explaining that all the crazy stuff that was going on was false and it was just radiation from an unreported meteor shower. So that's basically the episode, and I can't believe I recapped it all because I certainly didn't do that for the Phineas and Ferb review. This was a huge episode despite its short length, and it answered a few questions such as where all the creatures come from in Gravity Falls, although we still have more questions about that place. We also know who the author was and why the hand on the cover of each journal has 6 fingers, because he had 6 fingers. Now, I'm sure we'll learn even more as the rest of the season's episodes come out. One of my favorite parts of the episodes, and I'm not doing a top 5 moments for this review, but it was when Seuss said that he hoped the backstory that Stanford and Stanley were telling lined up with his fan fiction, or he was going to be mad. I really like that part just because I think that's a slight wink to the fandom, who have probably been writing tons of theories out in their own stories, as fandoms tend to do, especially when it's a mystery show where you only get a little bit of answers and a lot more mystery. Anyways, that was the episode, and I found it to be a great start to the rest of the season. It could have easily been a letdown, but we got plenty of backstory, and there's probably still more mysteries to come next week. Now, before we end, I want to point out that Cartoon Hangout is just getting started. My reviews will likely change and improve and evolve over the course of the series' life, so if you have any advice on how I can keep doing that, please leave a constructive comment below. Now, make sure to keep an eye out for the next Cartoon Hangout video, which should be coming very soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.